Hey, what's up everybody? Atal'Dazar is an old dungeon coming back to Mythic Plus in Season 3 of Dragonflight, one of the better dungeons in this season. I personally love it. This is a quick guide on how to do this dungeon and what to watch out for. Let's go! In this dungeon you can choose how to start, and there will be a few ways to start this key along this season. On this side you will face a few mobs you should watch out for. The Juggernaut casts Fiery Enchant, which makes the area full with fire on the ground. It's really important to interrupt his cast to make this pool clean as possible. On Merciless Assault, he charges to the farthest target and do a lot of damage. Prepare for it and try to avoid the damage. Fanatic's Rage increases damage but also reduces movement speed. Try to interrupt if you can. The Confessor casts Mending Ward, which heals an ally for 15%. Again, you should interrupt it. He also casts One Someday Mental, which makes all the pack immune to crowd control. This is number one priority to stop. Definitely save and interrupt for it. You need to control a lot of things in this part, so make sure you utilize your group crowd control. The Colossus channels Soul Burn on random target. Nothing you can do, just heal it. When nearby trolls die, he gets 10% increased damage done. Keep in mind you can purge it, but only one stack at a time. The Priestess try to cast Transfusion. If you don't stop it, make sure you take the blood pool first, to make her lose health instead of healing. Priestess Alunza is the first boss in this side. Ed will spawn and try to eat the blood pools on the ground. Make sure you CC him or kill him before he takes the pool. Gilded Claws makes her melee swings deal 300% physical damage for 6 seconds. Tank, make sure you have a defensive. Try not to get hit by Molten Gold, this dot burns you for 30 seconds. The main ability in this fight is Transfusion. You have to take the blood pools before she starts the channel. Just like the mob earlier, she will lose health instead of gaining health. When you finish the fight, go down the stairs and don't get hit by the fire. On the next pack, make sure all the group is in melee range to prevent mobs from casting. Toxic Saurid jumps on random target and damage all players within 3 yards. Make sure not to stack. Sadly, you can no longer prevent them from jumping on players. Make sure you interrupt the Sky Screamer Terrifying Screech. Next boss is Rezan. Don't stand behind him, otherwise you will get damage from his tail. Serrated Teeth is a nasty dot on the tank. Make sure you prepare for this. If you have an Evoker, Cauterize can remove this dot. Remember to line of sight Terrifying Visage behind the stairs. If you get targeted by Pursuit, go far to avoid getting devoured. There is a weird interaction with this boss. Even if you don't get Pursuit, you can use Shadow Meld to stop this mechanic. On your way to the next boss, you will fight few Saurid packs, remember not to be stacked. On this pack there is a few stealth mobs, so make sure to pull them with the rest of the pack. The Witch Doctor casts X and Venom Blast you should interrupt. The Shield Bearers, Bulwark of Juju, reduce all damage taken by 90%. Make sure to stop it with stun. You can skip the pack before Volcal and use Cage, Sap, Sleepwalk, etc. Volcal is pretty simple fight. The most important thing in this fight is to finish all the totems at the same time. He jumps on random target with Toxic Lip. Make sure to interrupt Noxious Stench as fast as possible to prevent stacks. When you finish the totems, you can attack Volcal. The tank keeps walking with him around the arena, make sure you move from the toxic pools on the ground. When you finish Volcal, make your way to the last boss, Yasma. Recently, Blizzard increased the count you need in this dungeon, so make sure you are on 100% count. Most of this fight is based around dealing with Solrend and Echoes of Shadra. She will summon spiders that fixate on random players for few seconds. You need to move ahead of Yasma so they will follow you and don't block the whole room. Try to be close to the boss so you can control their movement as one group. On Solrend, make sure you stack as a group and finish the heads. You can crowd control them to prevent reaching Yasma. If they do reach her, she starts pulsing AoE damage on all players for 21 seconds. Skewer is a tank buster, make sure you have a defensive for this. Blizzard changed Wrecking Pain and you can no longer interrupt it. Make sure you heal the dot. This fight can become real hectic real fast, so make sure you can control the spiders. you can step on them with immunity to reduce the amount of them. Be aware that the purple puddles stay for a long time. Finish her off, grab your loot, and go check my other guides. Thank you for watching. Peace.